In the beginning was the three-pointed star. One smile of light across the empty bough, one bough of bone across the rooting air. The substance forked that marrowed the first sun, and burning ciphers on the round of space, heaven and hell mixed as they spun. In the beginning was the pale signature, three-cornered and starry as the smile, and after came the imprints on the water, stamp of the minted face upon the moon. The blood that touched the cross tree and the cloud touched the first cloud and left a sign. In the beginning was the mounting fire that set alight the weathers from a spark, a three-eyed, red-eyed spark, blunt as a flower. Life rose and spouted from the rolling seas, burst in the roots, pumped from the earth and rock the secret oils that drive the grass. In the beginning was the Word that from the solid basis of the light abstracted all the letters of the void, and from the cloudy basis of the breath the Word rose up, translating to the heart first characters of birth and death. A shower of blood in a forest of spears, red spattered white, thick-maned stallion, reels and boats beneath my thighs at the rise of 1,000 battle cries, and hack! I redden my silver sword in a Saxon's neck. I rip and pierce and crack and cleave heads under hard iron. My reckless heart that day was a dragon, a red dragon that day, when we charged in the green of dawn against the strangers from the east. Oh, there will be anguish in England from the path of my hand. But the crows had a merry feast. We were a people taught for war. The hills were no harder. The thin grass clothed them more warmly than the coarse shirts our small bones. We fought, and were always in defeat, like snow thawing upon the slopes of Monmouth Mower. And yet the stranger never found our ultimate stand, in the thick wood, declaiming verse to the sharp prompting of the harp. Our kings died or were slain by the old treachery at the ford. Our bards perished, driven from the halls of nobles by the thorn and thicket. We were a people bred on legend, warming our hands at the red past. The great were ashamed of our loose rags, clinging stubbornly to the proud tree of blood and birth. Our lean bellies and mud houses were a proof of our ineptitude for life. We were a people wasting ourselves in fruitless battles for our masters, in lands to which we held no claim, with men for whom we bore no hatred. We were a people, and are so yet, when we have finished quarreling for crumbs under the table, or gnawing the bones of a dead culture, we will arise, armed, but not in the old way. I take with me where'er I go a pen and a golden bowl. Poet and beggar stand in my shoes, or a prince in a purple shawl. I bring with me when I return to the house that my father's hands made a crooning bird on a crystal bough, and oh, a sad, sad word.
And as we gather these ancestors and one another here in this amphitheater, which is like a great womb, a great gathering place where these stones of ancient stones cropped up. And so let us go on in our journey and celebrate together on this land. You'll take us now? Yeah.
All the visionaries on. I never picked a vote.
stones. They speak to all. And now we're approaching the portal. The dynamite blew this 300 feet.
When invited here to participate in this occasion, yesterday was my day of arrival on the land. John had sent me pictures. John had sent me emails. John had talked to me endlessly on the telephone. John had scattered me with many, many ideas and disinformation as well as information. Upon arriving, it was still like walking onto another planet and sensing of the land, wandering around on it. And as we walked through it, and as I shared with John this morning, a wakeful night last night, seeking the energies of the land, seeking the energies of the stone here, listening to the stars last night and the moon, finding where the vibrations of energy flow. John did mention, though, that the place he found quite early in his coming was down there in the spring, which is that untouched area down there. The rest has been rearranged by creation's partner, John. Designated or not designated, so it has been. This AM I came out and gathered water from that, because in one way we have talked about ancestors, you have uncovered stones, and you picked up every little stone along the way. And yet to tie this together and to celebrate the very core of this land, this is water from that spring. These two stones have now been moved. They are here. And so, John, one of the things that I felt today and bringing this all together and you is to tie these stones as we walk through them, and you.
Okay, here. We'll do your time.
I don't know. This is contaminated water. The mystery of land, the mystery of earth that accepts one, it's like a romance. You get close to it, you're attracted to it, you give and take. You try to make a commitment. Sometimes you seek to dominate it. Sometimes it wins out and dominates you. And this unfoldment here, and you're as an instrument of an unfoldment with stone and earth as an earthsmith. Guided in imagination, prompted, I trust, by the spirit of the land and the spirit which seizes you. Since we're all kind of cosmic creators, a part of that cosmic dance, you dance here, but you dance here with rock and with this earth as one with it. For you and it are one, and we are one. And so, as we enter through this portal, it's like walking out of a birth. And a reminder to you that this opens up. This is still the land with its portal forth. As we go through, we're going to go up and go along the wall over there. You'll follow. As you follow the wall, pick a little stone up off of the top of it. Don't listen to him. Pick one up.